ongoing rift between leaders within the ruling Nepal Communist Party has deepened as the party leadership failed to decide the fate of the American Assistance Millennium Challenge Corporation bill from the parliament. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has been pushing the bill's endorsement via the current session of the parliament, while majority secretariat members are not in favor of endorsing the bill without an amendment. Good morning, I'm Sarah Sapsanama and these are the top stories of the hour. Number of coronavirus infections in the country doubles in 10 days. 397 new cases detected yesterday, taking the total number of cases in the country to 6,608. Parliamentary committee braces the proposal to provide Nepalese citizenship to foreign women only after 7 years of marrying Nepalese citizens. Formal decision awaited. At least 20 Indian soldiers dead in a clash with Chinese forces in Ladakh in the disputed Kashmir region. China accuses India of crossing the border in Galwan Valley. And Bayern Munich win their 8th successive Bundesliga title, defeating Werder Bremen 1-0 with 2 matches to spare. Nepal confirmed 397 new cases of coronavirus, taking total number of cases in the country to 6,608. Mahottari reported the highest 89 cases, followed by Dang with 56 and Rautarhat with 52 new cases. Rautarhat has the highest 944 COVID-19 cases so far in the country. The number of coronavirus in the country has doubled in the past 10 days alone. On the 6th of June, the number of cases was 3,235, which has doubled in 10 days. Meanwhile, a total of 117 people were discharged from several hospitals, and with this, total of 1,158 individuals have been discharged as of latest. The death toll, meanwhile, stands at 19. According to the ministry, 5,331 individuals are in isolation, while 133,009 are in quarantines across the country. Meanwhile, a woman who died at Nepalganj Medical Hospital in Kohalpur on Monday has been confirmed positive for COVID-19. Chief District Officer of Bake, Ram Bahadur Kuruwang, informed that the 46-year-old woman from Baijnath Village Municipality, who was admitted at the hospital on Friday, tested positive for coronavirus. With this, the total number of deaths in the country due to COVID-19 has reached 20. And moving on, the Parliamentary Committee has started deliberations on the proposal to allow citizenship to foreign women marrying Nepali citizens only after 7 years of marriage. A majority of the members at Parliament's State Affairs and Good Governance Committee agreed on the citizenship provision at the meeting held yesterday. The members have agreed to officially file the proposal at the Parliament meeting later today. The issue of naturalized citizenship after marriage has long remained disputed among the Parliamentary Committee members. A majority of the Parliamentary Committee members, however, have now agreed to provide citizenship to foreign women marrying Nepali men after 7 years of marriage. Members also proposed for providing a different identity card to such women with social, culture and financial rights prior to the citizenship card. Based on existing provisions, any foreign woman could get Nepalese citizenship immediately on producing documents of initiating the process of abandoning her original citizenship. The ongoing rift between leaders within the ruling Nepal Communist Party has deepened as the party leadership failed to decide the fate of the controversial American Assistance Millennium Challenge Corporation bill from the parliament. While Prime Minister and the ruling party chairman KP Sharma Oli is adamant on endorsing the bill through the ongoing session, majority secretariat members are against the endorsement without amendments. This has raised ethical questions on the party's leadership itself. Endorsement of the MCC bill cannot be done after 30th of June. However, differences persist among the ruling party leaders regarding the bill, while Prime Minister Oli too has failed to build a common ground within the Secretariat member committee and has suspended the meeting twice. Sources say Prime Minister Oli is mulling over ways to reach an agreement within the Secretariat committee. The indecision on part of the Prime Minister has also been attributed to the lack of clarity on the role of party's Vice Chairman Bamdev Gautam. Analysts say Premier Oli's stance on the bill is still weak unless leader Gautam provides him the needed support. Meanwhile, Executive Chairman Pushpa Kamal Dahal, Senior Leader Duo Jhalanath Khanal and Madhav Kumar Nepal, and spokesperson Naran Kaji stressed have been lobbying for amendment in the bill. Likewise, differing views from the US and Nepali officials regarding the MCC agreement has already also created uncertainty. The disgruntled faction of the ruling party has opposed the MCC agreement, while the US officials and the task force formed to study the MCC stated that the agreement is a part of the Indo-Pacific strategy, leading to further uncertainty within the party. Nepal and USA forged MCC agreement on 14th of September 2017, and the government had tabled the proposal at the parliament on 15th of July last year for the endorsement of the agreement. The government has failed to rescue stranded Nepalese citizens from Malaysia and Gulf countries as it could not manage for health screening and fixed airfares, leading to the cancellation of several rescue flights. This has added to the plight of the workers who have been stranded abroad amid the global coronavirus crisis. According to the Tourism Ministry, 2 aircrafts of Nepal Airlines were prepared to fly to the UAE and Qatar, and another aircraft of Himalayan Airlines to Kuwait yesterday. However, the flights were cancelled. Likewise, 2 chartered flights from Malaysia and Saudi Arabia were also cancelled on Monday. It is yet uncertain when the stranded Nepali citizens would get to fly back home, as flights have been repeatedly cancelled. This has further put the migrant workers into trouble who have lost legal status in the host countries with the termination of visas and contracts. Dispute in airfare and lack of management for coronavirus testing has been attributed to the delay in rescue from Gulf countries, while people are being rescued from other countries including Bangladesh, Maldives and Singapore, among others. The stranded migrant workers have denied paying almost 3 times expensive airfare and have accused the government of hiking the ticket prices. Although several organizations related to migrant workers have urged the government to rescue stranded Nepali nationals by fixing low airfares at earliest, lack of coordination between foreign and tourism ministries have delayed the process. Likewise, despite test through PCR method or RDT test reports being mandatory to return home, diplomatic missions under Foreign Ministry have yet to manage testing centers. Nepalese diplomatic missions have urged the government to remove mandatory provision of submitting the report of coronavirus testing, citing that the host countries have denied to carry out the tests. And moving on, a probe team has concluded that the Rukum West incident was premeditated and murder. A 7-member team, including Yug Pathak, J.B. Bishwakarma and Mohan Shankar, among others, prepared a report in which it has claimed that 6 youths, including Navaraj Bika, were brutally murdered in a premeditated fashion. In the report unveiled yesterday in Kathmandu, it has been mentioned that the role of the local representatives and police also has been doubtful in abating the case. The report has included that there have been efforts to depict the incident as unavoidable, coupled with manipulation of findings in the post-mortem reports. Likewise, it has been mentioned that the victims' families and the locals are skeptical in receiving justice, and the role of the government and political parties was extremely inadequate. 6 youths of Jazarkot were murdered in Soti of Rukum West on 23rd of May. It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
The question is, why has the government failed to rescue the stranded Nepalese from Malaysia and Gulf countries? Your options are A, lack of preparation, B, ineffective government mechanism, and C, indifference towards workers. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Time now for the sports news. The Supreme Court has acquitted 6 football players and therapists yesterday who were charged of match fixing in international games. Those receiving the acquittal are the then captain of the national team Sagar Thapa, Vikas Singh Chetri, Ritesh Thapa, Sandeep Rai, coach and former player Anjan Kesi, and physiotherapist David Thapa. A joint bench of Justices Anand Mohan Bhattarai and Bam Kumar Shrestha handed over clean chits to them. The apex court upheld the verdict of the special court. Earlier, the special court had acquitted all 6 individuals on 7th of June 2018, citing lack of legal provisions against them. However, the government moved to the apex court against the verdict. The players were arrested on charges in October of 2015. The National Football Governing Body ANFA and the Asian Football Confederation AFC had suspended them from all football activities. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a great day ahead.